Hello everybody, how are you doing? And welcome back to yet another episode of Filtered Diamond. This is a bit of a strange one today because what you're seeing in the background is actually not live. This is me basically just talking about my experience with Ranked over the last couple of days. I have to say that it's been a bit of a roller coaster, to say the least, if you couldn't tell based on the title. But I decided that I'd be trying to play a couple of games off stream and off video, because the fact of the matter was, what I was finding was I was talking far too much, which is either a good thing or a bad thing. But when you're trying to like make a little bit of progress, it can be like a little bit rough when you're like, okay, I want to do like a 3-game episode, and then you realize in post that you've talked for 20 straight minutes, and you're like, well, might as well post it, you know what I mean? I don't want to put good footage to waste, you know what I mean? But yeah, we've been playing ranked over the last couple of days. A bit of, I mean, it's mostly been top and bottom, but I'm showcasing a couple of games right now wherein I think I actually made some like genuinely good decisions. Played a game of Garen that was undoubtedly probably one of my fighter games in top lane, right? Granted, obviously mistakes here and there, but at the same time, I honest to God think that like this was possibly my coup de grace of like top lane. Oh, and by the way, if you're new here, subscribe. We don't normally do videos like this, but honest to God, I couldn't think of anything else. So right here, right? Okay, this was like, he wasted the fling, and I was like, all right, he hasn't got any fling. And then I heard the voice of me screaming in my ear, go in, do your thing. But yeah, I mean, I'm not going to be commentating over every single clip of this, just because it would be completely pointless. But it's alright. I guess there's a bit of a story to this. So, as I say, like I wanted to do a lot more episodes per game, but I figured like it can be hard sometimes to just like spam out games, and especially a little bit tiring to spam out games whilst also trying to keep a train of thought and trying to speak a lot during the game. So I thought, right, we'll play some games off stream, or games off like camera. I'm still recording in the background. Like if you're wondering, like, Ross, how do we even know this is you playing or what have you? Because I'm actually doing quite well. Allow me to move the camera slightly upwards, and you can see there's another webcam of me underneath that's currently playing. I mean, I wasn't speaking or talking really. I was just like in Discord with some friends, maybe listening to some music, which you will see very, very soon, because my editing software, my recording software decided to be like, yo, first and foremost, we're going to be on your screen. Secondly, you're going 11-1 on Garen, and we're going to not give you any honors. Poggers, dude. So, this is a game that made me almost quit playing Filtered Diamond. It is one of these games, and it's entirely my own fault. It's entirely just everybody has these games, but this was a game that I was like, okay, this is a joke, right? So fighting Renekton at least comes early. First kill, my bad, right? I was like, it is what it is, okay? Then we go top again. We're fighting it out, we're duking it out. Look who shows up. Elise again. I'm like, okay, it is what it is. I'm kind of like Christ almighty in the chat. I'm like, this is not good stuff. Go top again. Renekton comes in. I use my E very, very early like an idiot. Get caught on minions. Run around in circles. Basically, die again. 3 deaths. I'm like, this is bad times, dude. Walk into a bush when I go back top. Elise in the bush. Flashing me under tower. I'm dead again, dude. Oh my god. I don't want to say like, oh sorry, Hero dropped, me dived, me dead again. I have to say, bot lane, if you're wondering, wasn't going any better. I mean, it was definitely, I think mid lane wasn't doing so great. Bot lane did a little bit iffy early on, and then they ended up pulling it back towards the end. But this was possibly one of the games I could not catch a break. So I almost outlived the Zyra damage. I pop a pot to like get my Teamwork Tonic to live, and then TF ulties me and I die again. Here as well, the most frustrating play I've ever made in my entire life. Ulti onto Baron, it dies just before I get there. Zonya's out of the Elise. I'm like, okay, I get ulti by Varus. Elise flashes, I pop E to stop damage coming out. The ulti comes in from Caitlyn, it gets blocked. And then I flash into a Zyra E that kills me. And I wouldn't have died if I flashed anywhere else. And I die again. So this was a game that, like, I should have just dodged it, really. Like, with Elise and Renekton, I should have absolutely, like, seen the draft and been like, okay, this isn't gonna happen. Zyra had, like, almost 25 stacks of Magi's, and had Varus going full lethality. So their poke was nice. I just should have dodged it. I should have just taken one for the team and, like, let it happen, but that is what it is. However, that game that followed, I did the exact different thing that you shouldn't have done, and I had a sick ulti prediction onto a Fiddlesticks. I did the last thing that you should ever do. I was about to go outside and get a breath of fresh air and be like, okay, we need to reassess, we need to, like, really think about what we're doing here, and I don't want to go back into a game unless I, like, really have to. But we queued up again. We played one game, I think, is this the one? No, we played one game in Ezreal, we did pretty okay, and then we played a second game, and I tell you what, right, I'm not being funny, but I'm kind of feeling like maybe I found possibly the champion for me, that I'm like, alright, if I get bot lane, like, if God is merciful, which is quite common, actually, because, like, right now, I think, like, bot is, with what they're doing to bot, I think it's actually, like, possibly the least popular role in the game. I don't think anybody wants to play AD carry. People are quite happy to play support because, like, you know, you still have a lot of impact in the game without actually having to, like, get murdered and killed, like, every other second. But with Ezreal, I'm starting to vibe kind of hard on him right now. Like, right here, Maokai kind of botches the lane ever so slightly going in on the Morgana. She baits out, and then I just get easy picks on Xayah. And then what happens is, the whole clown car comes out on Dragon, and it is the most intense fight I've ever... Well, I don't know if intense is the right word. It was like, I would do the clown horn again if it didn't seem like a joke that's already been drawn out pretty hard this entire video. But, like, honestly, I'm just kind of fighting them off. I'm just trying to fight them off, Dragon, and then, like, Vladimir is just wailing out. He always at full health and is, for whatever reason, thought that he was going to be able to kill her. Doesn't happen, clearly. Evidently, is not the thing that happens here. It's like, Syndra gets the pick on him, we pull back, but now Wukong's in the bush, and then Wukong gets hit with the thing, and then he goes invis, and he doesn't go upwards, he goes down towards his team, so he's, like, the freest pick of all time. I am, like, already, like, you know, I'm decently strong, right? I say decently strong. I've got a tier, so I'm not that strong. But then, like, it's just pick after pick after pick. And I end up getting, like, 3 picks and an assist from this entire thing. Granted, I did pop my flash, and I do pop my heal here because I'm like, there's no way I'm letting this man get away. I mean, I probably would have caught him, like, one way or the other, but for me, it was like, I don't know. I don't want to risk it. Now, in saying this, you know, you might be thinking, Ross, you're getting a freak amount of kills right now. The enemy, Aurelia, has got, I think at this point in the game, minimum 5 kills, which is not great. So despite the fact that we're, like, absolutely smashing these people to bits, like, we're really clapping cheeks right now. What ends up happening is, I think the Aurelia TPs onto bot lane at some point. And I don't end up seeing it. I end up getting botched. But she was absolutely stomping topside really, really hard. So we have, like, Wukong coming in here to try and protect it. Maokai gets baited in a little bit. But it's like, we are so unbelievably strong. Like, that fight that we had ended up just giving me a mana moon. And I was like, oh, yeah. But, I don't know what to say, right? So, like, the thing is, I used to play, like, quite a lot of AD carry back in the day. And by the way, I want to ask a question, right? So, in this point, I think we get dropped by Aurelia because she's super strong. I need to just ban out Aurelia because I can't lean into her, and I don't think anybody else knows how to lean into her. She just goes really fast, and she just goes brr, brr, and that's it. So, like, I've been doing Fill a Diamond, like, solo for the entire duration of it, really, realistically. But I've been kind of sitting thinking, like, I wouldn't even know how to approach doing it duo, you know what I mean? So it's like, I do like playing ranked, like, duo. Like, I'll play duo on, like, my other accounts and stuff like that, and play with friends, and maybe a little flex 5v5 or what have you. But for the most part, And by the way, I like to say that this Aurelia, so like one thing I've noticed in Ezreal is I play very, very, very safe. This Aurelia played whatever the opposite of safe is. She was like the Suicide Squad. She had a bunch of kills. She had like 8 or 9 kills at this point in the game. But instead of like waiting for moments and doing it, she literally was just trying to force plays and like she literally just forced a 3v1 and just got bodied, right? Like it just kind of is what it is. Her team were like doing poorly. The Xayah was not doing great. The Maokai was pretty useless, and the Vlad wasn't scaling at that point in the game, right? So like the Aurelia was just trying far too hard to make stuff happen, and it ended up like benefiting us greatly. I think there was a couple points where she just completely like destroyed me. Like not even right here. Like she takes a little bit of effort to get down, but she's pushing 4v1s, dude. Like I think they very much could have just won that game because I am incapable of dealing with like an Aurelia, but she very much helped my cause by doing a lot to try to dive on me, and also like, you know, playing it like very, very fast and loose. So yeah, I wanted to ask you guys, like, what do you think the deal is with like dueling? Like, is it worth something that I pursue, or should I just continue what I'm doing? The thing is, if I'm feeling right now that if I could, I would do Ezreal, just like as many games as I can. And the reason for that being is that not only with the way that bot lane is right now, I can almost guarantee that with enough resources, I can not in bot lane. And I think that that's an important thing of bot lane right now. I had a really nice ulti there, by the way. It's like it's an important part of bot lane. However, Ezreal kind of tanky though. And saying that is because like whenever you get, I think it's your third item that you go for, I pick up the Death Dance. I pick up a Death Dance on Ezreal, and I noticed that my damage drops off like really heavily in doing so, but at the same time, I am like actually genuinely quite difficult to kill in doing so, which is not a luxury that I have been provided in playing AD carry for a very, very long time. There is very few, like for instance, like I would end up playing like Xayah or whatever, or what have you, like in Filter Diamond like a couple times, and I thought she was my lucky ADC, and that was purely because she had an ultimate that stopped her from getting burst. Whereas I can play Ezreal, I can have dashes, poke, a bit of burst, like there's some skill there involved, and I also can have, like, if I really want to, which I probably won't, but at the same time it's an option. You could go for your glacial, your frozen gauntlet, but you couldn't go for your Death Dance. You can go for Blade of the Ring King, or what have you, life steal items that are going to keep you alive. You could go for Zhonya's if you want. You probably shouldn't, but nevertheless. So at this point in the game, I think we're 25 minutes in. I'm sick of Aurelia. I've had enough of her. I'm on the warpath to make sure she dies. Picked myself up in Executioner's Calling. Suddenly, she can't even 2v1 anymore. What a noob. I honestly think that like this game probably would have been lost had Aurelia not like turbo botched it and like was under the impression that the carry parents needed to come on. Now, like, there's some moments in this that you can't hear because I've muted the audio coming from the gameplay, but like there's moments where I like literally gasp and literally like go or breathe very far heavier than you ever should breathe playing League of Legends, purely because, you know, I'm 24-5 in this game and I'm just elated, dude. I actually think that this is the first game in the entire of Filter Diamond where I have carried, and I have carried like this hard. And I did it off camera. Well, I did it on camera, but I did it without any commentary. Do you know how frustrating that is? It's unbelievable. And like, look at the damage that's about to come up on screen here. Look at the damage dealt, right? Where Ross, can you do me a favor? Can you quick advance details? I'll wait. It's no problem. I'm not clicking it. That's fantastic. Hold on. Well, I guess we're not going to quick advance details. I'm watching like a pre-made video that I just created, and I'm not clicking advance details. There we go. Okay, look at the damage difference. Look at the damage difference. Over double anybody in the entire game, dude. That is my first big carry experience, but I was not going to let it not be shown to you. No way. No how. So Ezreal, if I could get bot lane every single game, I'll be a very happy bunny. With the state of bot lane right now, like, listen, somebody's got AD carry, and I'll take it. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you're enjoying the progress update that I've given. I will obviously be doing like more live videos, but at the same time, I was not going to let a 24/5 game get away without me going, yo. Have a great day. Thank you very much all for watching. Please subscribe if you're new here and you want to follow the Fillet Diamond. If you are new to the Fillet Diamond series, please click the eye at the top right of the screen. It will take you to the whole playlist of all the shenanigans that we get up to. And if you made it to this point in the video and you're a die-hard Rossboomsocks stan, pick up some Psycho merch, please. Link is in the description or the top eye, below eye at the top right of the screen as well. Have a fantastic day. See you later.